That was a messy start. Bear with you in a second, folks. Episode 50. Right, this will be the last in this particular series as well. Yeah, this will be the last one. I'll just leave that on there for a sec so people don't think I'm... Right, we're going to do... Oh, I've done it the wrong way. There you go. Right, okay. Right, so I need to decide what pen I'm going to... I think I'm going to use the 2. If I can get it out of the bloody box. There you go. Right. 50th episode, so the 50th one of these drawings. This will be. It'll be the last one I do, and then I shall... I'll do like a sketchbook tour of this book. I'll have to pull that down a little bit. Okay, let us begin. Time to crack open my beverage. Perfect. I always forget to do this before I go live. Okay. Let's just crack on. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do after this drawing, I'm going to do a tour of the 50 drawings that I've done in this series. Not that one. That was the first one I started. all the way through to 50. Do a video about it. I thought about putting them all into a tier list to say which ones I like the best. But I don't know, as a sort of way of reflecting on your own work, because there are some in here that I really don't like. There are some that are just average, there are some I really like. It's hard as well, because I don't want to just sort of try and do the same thing over and over again. I want to try and evolve my drawings without them looking the same, but keeping the style. My original plan for this was to fill the entire book. What we're now, page 102, and there's what, 196 is there? Oh, no, not that much. 159. I mean, I suppose I could do a series 2 to finish the book. I nearly fucking clanged my drink off the desk there. But there's other things that I want to kind of do in between, like I've got an original drawing just off screen there. Start recording more of those, I guess. I don't know. I have to wait and see. I did say to myself that I'm not getting another sketchbook, or I'm not starting anything new until I've done until I've printed all these off, or the first 10 off, and then got them up. Hello to everybody who's in TikTok. Thanks for stopping by, even if it's just for a minute or so. Don't get many visitors around here. But yeah, I draw funky looking structures that you'd find in video games. This is the kind of thing I normally draw. Some of which are available to buy. I can't read that. Possum, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, they're the sort of things I normally draw. And Patrick McLaughlin, thank you for the follow as well. I didn't see that one. I do occasionally stream video games as well, when I'm kind of having a wind down. I think what I need to do as well, because I've been so hung up on getting this website done, but I've been a bit too hesitant about getting it done. I need to go back. I've got a scrapbook in one of my drawers that I kind of flesh out ideas. And I don't think I'm necessarily going stale just yet. I do feel like I need to kind of start fleshing out some ideas more and trying to be a bit more creative with certain things. So I might start live streaming sort of the process I have in my little scrapbook. Because a lot of people do say they are often interested in the process of it. People. That's a lot for me. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. If you could be so kind, because apparently if you spam the likes on TikTok Lives, it does help with the For You thing. If anyone can just give us a quick tap of the like button, that would help out greatly. I don't like usually asking people to do stuff like that. I know it's just like a tap of a like, but I'm always one of those, like, if you want to do it, people will do it. If they don't, they don't. But it is just a little ask. Just to try and boost the views. Yeah, 8 people in live. That's actually a decent chunk for me. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. I think the most I've ever had in here kind of consistently at one point is about 12, I think. I also streamed this on YouTube as well, and I got 9 in there once. I was like, oh my god, 9 people. Come to watch little old me draw some lines on a bit of paper. Hashtag blessed. But no. Always good, always thankful when people stop in. Even if it's just for a little look. But yeah, any likes always appreciated. On the last couple of lives I did spam, not too bad, maybe like 10 at a time up until about 100. I did try spamming it myself just to see if that made a difference. I've got no idea if it did. been a bit slack posting these on social media as well. I'm about 3 drawings behind. It's just because I can never be bothered. I like to copy out all the hashtags, write the descriptions, edit. And the edit, it only takes like 2 minutes to edit. This is just a testament to how lazy I am as a person. You can't even be bothered to do a little copy paste job. I've started work on a brand new movie poster piece, because that's what I used to do. I used to digitally paint movie posters, but I stopped doing it because I thought I don't think I can make any money from that, because there are people out there who are better at it than I am. Like, and I tried to learn anatomy to try and get better, and I didn't like doing it. I couldn't get good enough to kind of make the pictures I wanted to make, so I kind of gave up on it. But I always really enjoyed kind of getting a still frame of a movie that I liked and painting that scene, because I love movies, and it would just always make me laugh, like painting that one scene, or make me smile. Like, one of my favourite ones to paint, I did a digital painting of Simon Phoenix's character from Demolition Man, where he's holding the eyeball, and it just, I thought it just captured him perfectly as this absolute nutcase. Yeah, I've done a few like that. So I want to do more things like that. I haven't posted, none of those ones are on my social media either, which I should really post. Like, I've shown them a few times on live when people have asked, but yeah, I've not really shared them on social media. I've got no way of, or have I? If anyone is interested, the only place I've got them, if I can do it, if anyone is interested, I'll right. So I can show you on the TikTok live. Done. So, ow, if anyone is still there. So I used to paint stuff like that. That's the sort of thing I used to paint, but I've not done it for a while, and I would like to start it up again. I'll try and move the light away, but yeah, that's what I used to paint. And I wouldn't mind starting it up again. But the Simon Phoenix one I was talking about, I've actually got it on here. Should have. Fuck, it's not on there. Where is it? I'll try and find it. Because it was the best, it's my favourite one, I'll say. It might not necessarily be the best one, it's my favourite. I'll try and... Right. So the Robocop. There he is. So yeah, there's the Simon Phoenix one. That was the Simon Phoenix one that I did. Yeah, I'd like to do that again, but I don't know. I just don't know if. Yeah, that was the one I did before. I just don't know if. I'll have to kind of get all this stuff done first, but we shall see. Is this entertaining? Excuse me, I keep burping. Is it gone? I need to find out. I've got an ice cold can of drink in me of doing it. I need a bag of peas or something to put on it. Nurse my phone back to health. Oh, I have got a fan, but I've got no sort of extra. Well, I say fan. I've got no extra outlet for it. That's quite annoying. Well, I'll have it on YouTube, on TikTok, if anything. Forgot how annoying this window is. Hopefully. Then. Yeah, I need to invest. It's just that phone, it just can't stay cool whenever I'm streaming. So, I like Spree. Hopefully that'll get some follows in, because my YouTube live is going up, so overheating. My phone is going mental. And appreciate all the likes as well. 50th record. Is there anything else? No, that's the only thing that's open. God's sake, and the flipping stand's not helping me out here either. As you cop a nice eye full of my hideously and brilliant. It's completely spun. There you go. Right, I've turned the screen brightness all the way down. I'm hoping that helps to a degree. I'm wondering if that's what was causing the overheating. Pink Milk, thank you so much for the like. Apologies for the horrendous quality of streaming there. But we shall continue. Is this entertaining? Right, the stream seems to have settled down. I think it's because my screen brightness was really, really high on my phone. But I think it's settled down now. I can stop faffing about with it. New Waves, just checking in to see if you played Cyberpunk yet. No, I can't afford it. I'm not sure my PC is good enough to run it. Well, no, it is. Like I can run, I mean my PC's what, 5 years old? Is it 5? When did I get it? 218, 219, 5, 6 years old? It can run it, but again, it's one of those where I don't know how smoothly it would run it. Like I've not played a challenging game in terms of like specs on my PC. I think the last one was GTA 5. I mean, it ran GTA 5 fine, but no, I can't afford to be splurging on new games at the minute. Unfortunately, as much as I'd like to, it's not even if I had it, it'd be finding the time to actually get to sit down and play it. Yeah, Cyberpunk is a game I'd absolutely love to have a crack on. It's that one game where there's not been a game where I've properly sort of got lost in for hours and hours and hours. And like I can't wait to jump in and get back onto it. I was hoping Breath of the Wild would be that, but hasn't been the case. It's just been, yeah, just I don't know. Damn, bro, I feel for you. Yeah, it's one of those where, like, I have the physical amount of money in my bank to buy the game, but you can't justify it, you know, when you've got to kind of make sure your kids have got all the right bits and pieces for school, like they've got the food shopping to do, the bills and all that sort of stuff. Like, you know, you can physically afford. It's that situation of you can physically afford to get something. It's just not sensible to do it. It would be irresponsible to do it. Like, I mean, I don't know how much it is on Steam at the minute. I think it went on sale a bit ago, but it's probably come off. Like, just dropping 50 quid for a game, it's not sensible. You know? It's just not sensible to do, so... Yeah, I just couldn't justify it. As much as I do want to play it, and I really want to play it. It's been number one on my Steam wish list for well over, I'd say 2 years at least. It's been on my... In fact, it'll be longer than that. It will be, I think it was since it got released. I think I put it straight to the top and it stayed there. There's been a few games underneath it that have kind of changed places of what I want to play more, but Cyberpunk has always been at the top. That's the one game I've always wanted to kind of really get my teeth stuck into. It's all good though. It's all good, like, you know, video games are a luxury item. One day I'll be able to get all the, you know, I'll be able to get I'll have enough disposable income. One day. Just not right now, unfortunately. Is this entertaining? What are you doing, TikTok? Flipping TikTok, it's silly little... After an hour, do this puzzle. Frustrations. Oh, Emma, thank you so much for the roses. I've only just seen you there. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. I think the only noise you're going to hear in this stream is my kids yelling at each other in the background. You're a diamond. So generous of you, thank you. Today and yesterday I started to get headaches on a daytime. I don't know if I caught the sun a bit yesterday when I was out and about, and like it's just started to mess with me a little bit. I feel a bit all bleh. I feel a bit strange. I'm starting to feel a bit. itchy eye. Ow. Where was I? I've got a stinking headache. Why have I got an headache? Makes no sense. just the way it is. God, my kids do like a screen up, don't they? Spam those likes, people. See if we can get more people in here. That's just the way it is. up half the drawing now. I'm just trying to flatten out the page. It's looking okay. A little bit sparse, maybe. A little bit sparse. What are we on? An hour 20. It's a good chunk done. Finish my beverage. I'll finish my beverage. Oh god, my head is killing. I think I've caught a bit of the sun and it's messed with me a little bit. I'll put my thing in. Who's that one? Is that Deidre Bag? Is that what that says? Thank you for the follow anyway. Appreciate it. I can't read that. Sorry, the Deidre Bagley 4. I think I've said that right, but either way, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm trying to figure out what to do next. Maybe do I want to cover a bit of space up here a little bit? I'll start detailing it out. and then see where we go. I'm going to use my trusty 0.3 there, or 0.03, because that's my favourite one. That's the one I detail stuff with. It's just the way it is. Great job, you've been online for 90 minutes. Superb. Book Henry, I really like your works, very nice. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll be doing a tour of this sketchbook once I've done. This is the 50th drawing in this particular book, and once I've finished this one, I'll do a tour of them all. Where do I start? Yeah, that was the first one I did. I think it was that one. Yeah. And I've got to 50 quicker than I thought I'd get to 50. They're not all great. I think there's a couple in here that were a bit... Like that one, for example, I'm not massively keen on that one. That one's okay. But my favourite ones, what I consider to be my favourite ones, I have printed out. I also have done originals, so I've done these two originals. I don't know if you've ever seen these before on TikTok as well, if there's anyone in. That one is available to buy, as is that one. They're the two original pieces. I'm working on a third, which is a smaller one. And I have printed out, squeaky squeaky, yeah, I have printed out my favourite ones. So these ones here are all available. These are prints that are available to buy. Obviously I'll cut them in half first, and then each one will be 20 pounds. Oh, thank you so much for the kind emojis. But yeah, they're all available to buy. I want to get this fucking shop up. I swear to God, I will get this, and I've nearly drawn him with the wrong pen there. I will get this shop up, promise. I know I keep saying it, I know I keep promising, but they will go up. Amazing, thank you so much. It's very kind of you to say. But yes, there will be a shop hopefully going up this week. where you can go on and buy one of them. Oh, thank you for the likes on the stream as well. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's the first set of drawings that you'll be able to purchase. And then any extra support on YouTube, TikTok. Like I'm streaming on TikTok and YouTube, so you can support me there. Hopefully one day I'll get to 500 subscribers on YouTube so I can start monetizing. Well, it's not just 500 subs, is it? It's 800 hours. Is it 800 hours? No, sorry, 3,000 hours. I'm on 800 hours. 3,000 hours a year. But I need to do better with that. I need to catch up and actually post more content. 'Cause I'm only going live twice a week, and it's like, yeah, I'm never gonna hit it only going live twice a week. So I need to do that more often. I do actually normally use a glove. I just haven't got it on today. Where's the glove? But no, I actually normally do use a glove. Because I did, okay, like, because of, I used to hold my pen quite close to the nib, but I've learned to hold it a bit further up, so I don't use it as much. I only tend to use it like if my hands get sweaty or if I know there's like dirt and stuff. But yeah, today I just felt like I didn't need to use it. But I do normally wear a glove. I don't know where mine's gone now. You've now got me curious. Where is my smudge guard? I've got about 3 of them. And they've all gone back in walkabout. Because I've got a tablet. So I've got 2 screens. I've got my main monitor and a tablet, which is what I'm watching the YouTube thing on. So it came with that. But you have got me curious now. I don't know where my glove's gone. Because I'm going to need, because I've started using my tablet a lot more. I've started drawing pieces on my tablet again, and I use it for that. But you've now got me curious as to where my glove is. That is actually very, very strange, because I had it yesterday. Well, where the hell's it gone? I normally keep it on top of my tablet. I don't know where it's gone now. Oh, that's annoying. Is it falling in there? I don't know. It's an XP pen one. I've not like slung it in a pocket somewhere and I forgot to take it out like a diggy. Trackies that I was wearing yesterday. I don't know where it's going. I'll find it. It will turn up. I've got loads of stuff. I've got like 2 spares as well. I don't know where they've gone. No, it's fine. Ask any questions you've got. Ask away. Honestly, it's all good, my friend. Yeah, and what I'll normally do is I've got a little ruler as well. It's like a clear ruler. Like sometimes I have to stretch the paper out like this, and sometimes like my fingers will be a bit greasy. I don't know, my hands are like really, they're fine today. Like there's no grease or dirt or anything on them. But sometimes I'll have to kind of hold the page down, and I've got like a little clear ruler that I do that with, just so I don't get any sort of smudge marks on it. So there's my little ruler that I'll yeah, like, so I'll pin it down like that so my fingers aren't in direct contact with the paper. I normally only use this for my other drawing, so I've got another stream that I do every Friday, called my Arteza stream. The glass not fall on the floor, is it? So basically I've got like a collection of 120 coloured pens. So I've decided to draw a colour with each pen. And the paper that I use for that, it's a little bit thinner, so it can crease and crumple a little bit more, tends to crease and crumple a bit more. So that's the one I've drawn the most recently. I would tend to use it for this. But these are the drawings that I've done so far. So it kind of started off with the yellows, then oranges. I'm up to number 38 with this. And I'll incorporate like the pen identity or the pen item, whatever it is, with each one. But yeah, these are the ones. That's one of my favourites. That one. Yeah, kind of go through the oranges. Through the reds. I don't know. Some of the colours are not the night. Like that's like a kind of a weird browny colour. Now that one's a bit of a weird one. Like these purpley colours. And then we got to this. So I streamed this one. So it's like a weird pink. Well, it's not a weird pink. I forget the name of it. It was like bubble bath pink. And then there was one. Oh, I forgot to put it in it. No, I can't. What? Am I missing one? Oh no, sorry, it wasn't that pink. I do apologise. It was... I've jumped the gun. So that was the one, you could only just about see that. And then believe it or not, there is actually a drawing on this one. And it was called Classic Pink, but it barely shows up on the paper. So, yeah, I did that one. That was the most recent one, but I've put that in the wrong place. It should be there. I think you usually draw square or circle. I normally draw... So my art is inspired mainly by graffiti and 16-bit video games, so mainly pixel art. So a lot of the sort of shapes I kind of draw inspiration from are normally straight line shapes. So it'll be squares or just like polygonal shapes, like or just diagonal lines, dots, dashes, things like that. But it's the main kind of thing is like it's like structures, like in the backgrounds that create the atmosphere for these kind of games. That's kind of what draws my inspiration. I'm not against sort of using circles in my drawings. Like it's something I have thought about, and I've got stencils. So I do have circular and oval stencils. And I have thought about and, you know, kind of roughed out a couple of plans to maybe implement them in my drawings in the future. Oh, is that a glove? No. But yeah, I think what happens with me, I've said this in sort of previous streams, is that I'll get really excited about an idea and I'll kind of want to rush ahead with it. And it makes me end up neglecting other work that I'm in the middle of doing. So it's something I probably will incorporate into my work in the future, just not at the minute. But I just really like working with squares and triangles and polygonal straight line shapes. I just really like the aesthetic of it. That's why I tend to use them more. Excuse me. But yeah, this is number 50 of this sketchbook. This will be the last one. Pixels and graffiti, yeah. Pixels and graffitis, yeah. This one, like I say, will be the last one in this particular series. I'll do a tour of it. I'll maybe do some other work, and then I might return to do like a second season of it, or a second series, whatever. But yeah, I've not really done enough on the social media side of it to, I don't know, go viral. Like, it takes a lot to go viral. But kind of bump my numbers up a bit. Like, I don't post nearly enough. I should post more. Yeah, I did a, I don't know if you've seen on this channel, I used to do time lapses. That's kind of where I started. And I'd edit them down to like a couple of minutes per video. So the sketchbook for that is over here. Yeah, so I used to edit them down. So I used to do these. So I'd record on my phone these ones. And I'd edit them down to like 3 minute videos. But I had a few people sort of ask about the process, where I get my ideas from, how to do it, etc, etc. And that's when it was one of the things that led me to start live streaming a bit more. I'm trying to get it so you can see it on TikTok as well. So they're the ones that I used to live stream. Not live stream, sorry, just record and time lapse. And I think I've got, again, maybe 30 of them I think I've done. The most recent two were these two. But they weren't great. Like, they're okay, but they're not great. So I should really try and do those more. And what the whole point of those was that I didn't intend to have them as pieces to sell. Like, the type of sketchbook I bought, I really like the paper. It's like an ivory coloured background, and it's really thin. And I tried to scan them in and take photos of them to maybe sell on as prints. But the problem is, because the paper's a little bit thin, you can see the drawing behind it. And like I say, the colour of the paper is kind of like an off-white. So I would spend more time editing it than it would take me to draw it. So I thought, right, what I'm going to do then is I might take a couple of hours or an hour or so a day to record them. And I've started drawing an original piece of a drawing like that. Just to sort of see. So I've done one as kind of like a mock-up almost. I'll see how that goes, because I wanted to test the paper and the pens that I've got on the paper. But then I'm gonna record them and time lapse them down. Or I don't know. No, I think I might do them live. And I'll fill that sketchbook of time lapses. Because I've got the tough work. Yeah, well, the thing is, because I'm quite new at this, like, it's taken me a long time to sort of figure out the best way to kind of navigate all this. Like this series here, this has actually probably been my most popular series, and I didn't expect it to be. This was just like a off the cuff. I'm gonna just to see what happens if I live stream. I wanted to try it out, and it's ended up being, I'd say, probably my most popular sort of set of work. So I thought, right, I'll focus on these then, because people, a lot of people are asking to buy them. So I thought, right, that's dictated my workload, if you like. Yeah, I've got Bristol Strathmore. That's what the original piece is, so that's what these were drawn on. The book, the new sketchbook that I've bought is this one. Because it's like perfect for the kind of drawing I want to do. And the original that I've started, I don't know if I've kind of pinned it down. I don't know if you can see it, I don't know. So it's just, so it's kind of, it's there, I don't know if you can see it. So that's the original that I've started with it. Let me just, yeah, so that's the original that I've started. With that new paper to sort of reflect the style that I've done in my sketchbook. But it's just kind of manoeuvring stuff about and figuring out the best way to kind of do it all. Because I've been doing this maybe a couple of years. And like I say, it's just trying to figure out, you know, what to make, what to draw. Like I've tried to follow what people have said that they want. How old are you? So I'm 38. And I'm originally from Scotland. I know the accent doesn't. Doesn't sound like it, but that's where I'm originally from. Forest in Moray, so it's near Inverness. That's where I'm originally from. Yeah, I did video game design at university, which was an absolute fucking shambles, if I'm being honest. Because I always wanted to do something involving video games, but like I said, the university course just wasn't up to snuff. I still always have the itch to make a video game, and like I say, video game art is what inspired me to do that. I thought I'd love to make a video game, you know, in my art style kind of thing. But making video games is incredibly difficult and time heavy process, and a lot of it, like coding and stuff, like I didn't know how to do. I know there are programs that can kind of assist you in that, but what pen brand do I use? So this particular pen is Uni pen, Uniball. I've got loads of them. So this is my favourite one. This is the one I always use to detail. Because a lot of my uni pens started to run out, I thought, I used to be able to get them individually from the shops near me, but they got quite expensive, like £4 a pen. So I had a look around, and on TikTok I found this brand. Lucy, hi, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. I'm just chatting about the pen brands that I use. So I found this brand on TikTok called Jimao. I believe they're Chinese, and they got reduced to £4 for an entire box full. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, you get 12. So I thought I'd give these a shout, and they're actually really good. The only disappointment, and this is most pen brands don't do this, is I really like that thin 0.03. I think only Unipen and Copic, or Copic, however you pronounce it, I think they're the only brands I've seen do it. I've got a batch of, what's that really popular brand? Micron. But the thing about Micron is I think the nib is too close to kind of the metal tube. So it just doesn't feel as comfortable when I've got the drawing down. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Yeah, I'm okay, Lucy, thank you. just finishing up. Well, I say finishing up, I'm just detailing this 50th piece that I've done. After I finish this one, I'm going to be going through my whole sketchbook and just basically doing a tour of every drawing that I've done in this particular series. But yeah, today I'm just finishing up this one. I love to draw Blizzard characters and game characters. Oh, nice. Yeah, characters. I'll see if I can get a book down. So when I was drawing movie posters, I used to draw like I tried practicing anatomy to try and improve my drawing. I'll try and find one book. Is this going to be one of them? So I bought loads of books to practice anatomy. So I think that was the last one I got. So let's see if I can find. It might be this one. Where is it? I got like 3 or 4 sketchbooks full of just like anatomy. Where is it? Where's the one I'm thinking of? There's a book that I just did absolute. No, it's not that one. Don't cut me off TikTok. I'll be back. I promise. Right, here we go. So yeah, I did. So this is what I used to draw. I'll try and. Whoops. As I smash all my cameras out of the way with my sketchbook. So yeah, I used to draw all this anatomy stuff because I wanted to get better at anatomy, but I just couldn't do it. Like I didn't like the way that I drew anatomy. Like I just couldn't get it. I don't know how much you can see. But yeah, I just used to draw faces and I just personally think I just couldn't get it. Like the amount of times I drew heads and faces and things like that, I just like there you can see I tried so hard to draw all these heads and like I said, I just couldn't get it. I mean, I started to kind of get a bit better, like with stuff like this. Like I was trying to draw eyes, and then I moved on to skulls because I always really like drawing skulls, and I thought maybe that would be a better way to learn. But yeah, I personally just found it too hard. Like I couldn't get it how I wanted it to go. Like I said, there is a different. I've got about, like I say, 3 or 4 of these kind of sketchbooks just full of anatomy, and I just couldn't get it. Like I said, they're not bad exactly, but I just couldn't do it how I wanted it to. Thank you so much for the likes, Lucy. They're pretty impressive. Appreciate it, but yeah, I'll like I said, I just couldn't. Like I said, I could draw from reference. Like if I pulled up a picture earlier. So what I used to do, I don't think Henri, you're going to see this on YouTube, but I used to draw. I don't know if you can see this, Lucy. I used to paint digitally this kind of stuff. So that's a digital poster that I painted, and I really enjoyed it. But I thought, I'm not going to be able to kind of make money from that, because I thought there were people out there who did it better than me. They could make it more personalised, if you like. So I thought maybe I'm going to have to change. Maybe I have to change tack. I kind of got back to basics. But yeah, I don't know if I don't think you're going to... Are you going to see it? Yeah, you should see it. Here, Henri, 1 second. I should be able to show it to you. So this is what I used to paint. I just thought now. So I used to paint that kind of stuff. Oops. So that's a digital poster I painted a couple of years back. But it's from reference. It's not an original piece kind of thing. Like I tried... Like I said, I tried learning anatomy to do that kind of stuff, but I just ultimately wasn't good enough to do it. But no, thank you so much for all the likes, Lucy. I appreciate it. Like I say, this was a drawing that was meant to be done yesterday, but because I was away, excuse me, I was out with getting the kids from my parents. I didn't have time to do it, so I'm doing it today. And because it's a nice chilled one, I thought I'd take my time with this. With it being the 50th one as well, and this is going to be my last one in this particular series, I thought I'd take my time, try and make it a good one. But I was saying earlier to folk who are in that I want to get I want to try and develop and I suppose evolve my drawings, kind of maybe look at making them more 3D, higher sort of levels of detail, improving the background. The background is something I do need to improve on, things like that. So I've got a scrapbook which I jot down all my ideas. So I might get back into that and really kind of try and develop some new things. But I've said to myself, not until my flipping shop is up, because I've been fucking about with that for so long. How long have I been drawing for? Basically since I was a kid. So I remember being at school when I was about 5 or 6, and me and a friend, we used to, there was like scrap bits of paper the school had, and we used to make sort of levels from like Mario and Sonic. So we used to draw little platforms, and we were kind of doing level design before it was a thing, really. We were way ahead of our time back when I was 5 in 1990. And I just always loved doodling and sketching and mucking about. And then it just, like, I always knew through school, like I did art and graphic design through school. Like I wasn't great at it, I would say. It's the name of this art. I suppose, I don't know what the name of this art would be. Geometric style? I don't know. It's just inspired by graffiti and pixel art, I guess. So graphixel art? I don't know. But yeah, like at school, like that's when I started getting into graffiti. And I really started taking more of an interest in video game art. So I tried to kind of sort of develop my art around that, and then I ended up going to university to do game design. But it was more 3D work, so I was working in 3D software like Maya, 3ds Max, and I stopped drawing for a good few years because it was all digital 3D. And I enjoyed 3D modelling, but I don't know, it was like the creative process just wasn't there. It was like you got a reference image of like a tree or a chair or a building, and you just had to 3D model it. It was the same with the animation part of it as well. Instead of hand drawing animation, it was keyframes. So you'd write in the value, like you'd have to reposition the vertices and stuff, and it was all numerical. Like it was fun, but I don't know. And then after I came out of university, I kind of gave up on being a game designer and went back to art. So I kind of had to relearn how to draw again, which took a good few years. I used to do that kind of stuff, level drawing with stickmen. Yeah, it's really good fun. Are there others who make this art? Yeah, so the person who inspired me to do this kind of art, obviously my art isn't like his. At first my art looked a little bit like his, but there's an artist called Peter Dillidish. He's called Peter Draws on YouTube. And he was the first person I saw who just kind of did this style of doodle art. And it was like biomechanical. And it just looked like video game art, and I absolutely loved it. So this is his kind of artwork. This, yeah, is it Peter? Peter Deligdish, and he does artworks like this. I got 3 of his books like immediately, and he just doodled and drew what he felt, drew what he wanted, drew what he liked, and I just loved the vibe of what he drew or what he draws. And I just thought, if he can draw, like, if he can be more expressive in what he draws, maybe I can be. And sort of my early attempts at this kind of art were things like this. So this is like the first sketchbook I started mucking about, and this is my kind of effort. Where I started looking up Zentangle art and what's the other word? Mandala art. Those kind of things. And like I say, you can tell these ones are inspired by Peter, but it wasn't my style. And again, because I couldn't do it exactly how I wanted to do it, I thought, it just looks a bit too copycatty. And then there was one drawing. So like I say, these are my efforts. But it was this drawing here. So this drawing here is a load of shit, right? It's crap. But this one always stuck in my head because I thought I'd liked using the neon colours, and I liked mixing the sort of black ink with the neon ink, and that ultimately is what kind of developed into kind of the art that you see now. And like I said, I'll probably do a tour of these as well. Like, I've got a scrapbook. In fact, I've still got it down here somewhere. Well, what's the name of that book? That book is called Peter Draws, Peter's Almanac, I think it's called. Peter's Line Almanac is what it's called. Yeah, that's volume 3. He's done 3 volumes. He has done other books as well, but they're the ones that I have. But yeah, so after sort of seeing Peter's work and playing about with my own work, I did like an entire sketchbook / scrapbook, just jotting down ideas. So then this is where I started to, so you can kind of see already there, I'm kind of evolving it into sort of ideas of what you see now. You can kind of see that I'm changing it up. There's sort of clouds that I've practiced, and that you can see in other drawings. That was one of the first. You can kind of see it moving away from Peter's style and into my own. And you can kind of see sort of early days. That was me practicing sunsets. And then this sort of stuff. Like I said, I might do a video of just going through all of this. It's a shit. I mean, I didn't keep it in order, but you can probably see like this idea here. You can see there's a biggest version of that. But yeah, it's just me messing about with colours. I wish I had kind of dated it. But yeah, that's kind of sort of how I evolved and sort of came up with new ideas and things like that. And then over time, you kind of shore up your idea. Like I think that's how I found my style. Like, I didn't know that this was going to be my style until I kind of hit it and kind of just, I suppose, practiced it. But like I said, I don't want to kind of be static with it. Like, I'll always draw this kind of drawing, but I do want to sort of make more detailed versions of these drawings and like I say, just try new things with it. And when my shop should go up this week, when it is up, that's when I can kind of do other things. But yeah, these are the originals. I don't know if you've seen these, Lucy. They're the originals that I've done. So that's one of them, and that was the other one. That one took me flipping ages. And then that's basically a development of one of my favourite drawings that I did. So they're the two that will be available. I mean, they're available to buy now. You can buy them. It's just I haven't kind of promoted them as much because I wanted them to be up on the store before I went out and said, right, go and buy this thing, go and buy these things. Yeah, it's like I said, it's taken me a good couple of years to really kind of sharpen it up, if you like, into this. Yeah, that second one, the all black one, that I decided early on. I started drawing that one. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna cover the whole page. I did that mostly out of curiosity. I just thought I want to see what it looks like when it covers the whole page. But yeah, right. I'm gonna do. I don't normally do this with these drawings, but I do quite like this one, so I'm gonna make a bit more of an effort. Normally, I'll just draw and see where it goes, but I quite like this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my blue. I really like so that's. Thank you so much, BRC. Appreciate it. But what I'm going to do with this one is, like I said, I need to spend more time on backgrounds and things like that because they're a little bit. Sometimes they're a little bit plain Jane, but okay. So what I'm going to do. Gonna outline. I just want to make sure I get the just gonna outline. I think on other pieces I might kind of block in. Might make it a solid shape, but for this drawing, I think I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't want that going in. I'm trying to find my style. Yeah, it's. I don't know what advice I'd give. Like, I've had a few people ask. What I would always say is the scrapbooking really did help me because when you kind of have an art block, so it's not that one, and you don't know what to draw. I didn't want to just do nothing because that'd give me, because I think I'm quite a lazy person by nature and I hate the fact that I am. So I thought, right, I'll try and do something. So what I did, you can probably see it better in this book. So I would get a scrapbook like this and I would just doodle. I would, with no thought, I would just doodle. I know these look quite deliberate, but this is a good example. So these aren't deliberate. I just started, I'd draw a line, then draw a line, then draw a square, then draw a line, then draw, without any thought. And then I'd maybe add a little bit, and then I'd add another bit, and then I'd add another bit. And I'll try this colour, and I'll try that colour. And that's what all these doodles are. Like, they start off as just random lines, and then I'll just add bits and pieces to them. And that's kind of how I found my style, is I just, without any thought, I just drew a line or drew a shape. So that's kind of how I'm not saying like it'll work for everybody or that's what you should do, but I think with styles, I think learning how to just paint nonsense or draw nonsense and pull things out of it, I think that really helps. Because one of my biggest flaws as an artist, I got told this at college all the time, is that I'm a perfectionist. So I would see like a super detailed image in my head and I'd try and sprint towards it. So I'd try and just ultimately go straight into detail, and when I couldn't do it, like when I couldn't just immediately put a ridiculously detailed picture on the paper, I'd get frustrated and stop. So that's when I had to learn how to kind of do all the structure and the, I suppose the, what do you call it? Like the grid, not the grid lines, but what's the word I'm looking for? You know, all the outline, the rough outlines and the building it up to begin with. Like I kind of had to learn that, and like I say, scrapbooking in this manner has kind of helped me to do that. Like I said, I'm not saying that that's what you should do or it works for everybody, but I just think having a scrapbook just to paint shite, you know, like if you don't really know what to do or you don't know what to paint or whatever, I think it can help. Cloud Pepper, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. I've been painting for 20 years, but recently I'm finding them. Yeah, it's strange. Like I think sometimes it's that, you know, like when you hear people talking about when they're looking to find a date or whatever, you hear this all the time. Oh, it always happens when you don't expect it. In a weird way, it's a little bit like that, where you find yourself drawn to something, and then when you're not looking for a specific style, it just appears, and you're like, oh, that's what I do now. And it's kind of shitty advice, because it's like you're basically telling somebody, don't look for something that you're intentionally looking for. It's kind of hard, but I know what you mean. I don't like that rectangle, don't like it. Get rid of it. Do you listen to music? Yes, normally I do, but because I'm streaming this on YouTube, they will copyright my ass. But I normally listen to synthwave when I draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. So rock and metal are my favourite kind of music. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I tend to get caught up in the music when I listen to that kind of stuff. So I listen to kind of synthwave things, so bands like Carpenter Brut, The Midnight, Sunglasses Kid, Joy Bishop. There's loads more, but kind of Daft Punk's one that would fall into that, but mainly sort of electronic. Not so much techno, I suppose more synth would be. But a more sort of chilled style, I would say. Melodic. That's true. Do I want to do anything else with it? I think that's where I'm at with this one. I'm going to outline that, and I'm going to use the 3 to do it. I don't normally detail the outline with, or the background with the 3, but I'm going to do it this time. Let's see where we go. But yeah, when I'm streaming on TikTok, or when I'm only streaming on TikTok, I'll have music on, but like I say, you can't do it on YouTube, because I don't think they copyright strike you, they just flag it and say you're going to have to mute this part of the stream. Like my ringtone on my phone is Huey Lewis in the News, Power of Love from Back to the Future. So occasionally, when I forget to put on the do not disturb thing, so I don't get calls, I'll occasionally get people ring me, and it will blare through, and immediately YouTube picks it up. So it's like, for fuck's sake. But it's very handy that when it happened before, YouTube basically said, look, you get a notice saying between, say, 45 minutes and 3 seconds and 45 minutes and 10 seconds, this song was flagged. Would you like us to mute it for you? So they've got really good, and they'll just mute that very specific part of the stream, so the rest of it goes untouched. And I thought, oh, that's really, really cool. But Huey Lewis and the News have actually given people permission to use his music, which is very, very cool. So it wouldn't have got muted anyway, but I just thought that was a very, very cool feature that they had. Like, it was just very, very simple. Like, just say, yeah, you can mute this bit. So it just means that your stream doesn't get shit canned. Like, they're able to be very, very specific with what they mute. Great, yeah, it is. I love Back to the Future. Kraftwerk. I know of Kraftwerk. I haven't fully listened. I know of them and I've heard a couple of their tunes, but they are not someone that I listen to regularly. From what I have heard of Kraftwerk, I did like it. Right, okay. Do I want to detail this anymore? I might chuck a few more details in there. Be back soon. No worries, Lucy. Thank you for popping in. I might have nipped off by the time you get back, because I'm very close to the end here, but yeah, I'll put a few more details in it. Why not? No problem. Do you have I really want to follow it. Yeah, I've got an Instagram. It should be linked in my TikTok. I'm pretty sure I've linked it on my YouTube as well. So if you go to sort of any of my older videos, it'll be linked in there, or you could just search my name, Jamie Barclay, and My profile picture is the same one as on here, so it's my logo. Yeah, I don't know what the link would be. Is it just Instagram / Jamie Barclay? But yeah, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Pinterest. I do need to update my Pinterest a bit though. I'm on Facebook, but my art thing on Facebook isn't called Jamie Barclay. I think it's called JB Art and Design, I think. I do intend to change that. But yeah, I'm on Twitter as well. It's just my name, Jamie Barclay. My Twitter page, my Twitter profile picture is a little bit different though. It is a picture of me. Right, I think I am finished with this one. I don't think there's much more I can do to it. But there's number 50 in the bag. I will be doing a tour of this sketchbook. Either something, should I do it this week? Possibly at the weekend? I don't know. But yeah, it'll be on its way soon, and I'll go through every single drawing, and it'll just be like a sketchbook tour for people to have a look at, and it'll hopefully be a good way in for people to kind of join my channel and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll next be live on YouTube on Friday. So I have a series, I think I did show you this, didn't I? Yeah, where I draw, I've got 120 pens and I'm like nearly 40 in, I think I'm 38 or 39 in. So I'll draw these kind of drawings. Like every week it's a different colour. At the minute I'm kind of going through the sort of pinks, so that was the most recent one I did. So that's when I'll be next on here. In the week I'll try and get on, I'm in the middle of doing an original piece, an A5 piece. I might be streaming that throughout the week, but yeah. But no, thank you for popping in. I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Burkon Henri? Or is it BRC Henri? I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but thank you so much. Was that an L? I think it's an L, isn't it? I've been saying it as an I. But yeah, no, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it, all the likes, and it was good chatting to you. Like I say, my Instagram is just my name, Jamie Barclay. It's the same logo as my YouTube logo. If you can't find it by searching, Buku Honoral. Oh, okay. But yeah, it's yeah, nice to meet you too. Nice chatting to you. But like I say, my Instagram is just my name. If you can't find it, I put a link to it in every single video. I might not have put it in the most recent one because I can't remember if I've updated that yet. But yeah, you can just go and find it. The links to all my socials in like the older videos. They should be in there. But no, thanks for popping in. It's been good fun. Thank you to everybody who popped in on TikTok as well. Lucy, thank you for popping in. Peter, thanks for popping in. Emma, thank you so much for the roses as well. That was really nice of you. But yeah, have a good rest of the week, everybody. I'll catch you online again. Like I say, Friday on YouTube, and I'll try and get on TikTok throughout the week. But until then.